Australia is going to be playing 4 test matches. That's right, 4 test matches. Remember test matches, they're back, yes. And solid test matches. Well, there you go. There's going to be 4 of them. And then 3 ODIs. Of course, Nagpur, Delhi, Dharamshala and Ahmedabad. And then the 3 games in Mumbai, Visakhapatnam and Chennai. And India can be, you told me, sir, that India can be number 1 across all formats if
If India had lost today, India would have gone to number 2 in the T20I rankings.
Oh, we're there.
Same points as England. So you're number 1 on the ODI ranking, you're number 1 on T20I ranking. You win the series against Australia. I think you've got to win it 2-0, 3-1, something like that. But every test will have a result given the kind of pitches we have.
Yeah.
If you win that series against Australia, you become number 1 in all 3 formats.
3-phased, as DK just said. 3-phased. Can that happen? Well, it's going to be tough competition because this Australia team is not one that will come and roll over. But what will the pitches be? Well, we don't know. We know what the squad will be. So let's have a look at the squad. Let's have a look at the India squad first and see who's in it. Well, of course, Rohit Sharma, the captain. There's Puchara, Kohli, Shubman Gill, Shreyas Iyer. He's in
the squad. We don't yet know whether I think he's ruled out of the first test, right?
Injury situation. Not in the first test for sure. Surya Kumar Yadav. Then there's Ashwin, Akshar, Ravindra Jadeja comes back, KL Rahul, KS Bharat, Ishan Kishan. And with the bowlers, you've got Kuldeep, Mohammad Shami, Mohammad Siraj, Umesh Yadav and Jaydev Unadkat. So, of course, still no Jasprit Bumrah there.
Isn't it amazing? 3 Saurashtra players in the team, not able to play the Ranji quarter-final as a result. I think there's only some slots available. Shreyas Iyer would have walked into that number 5 spot if he was available. So who plays number 5? That is one spot available. Who are the 2 quicks that you play? I think it's pretty certain who those 2 quicks are, but that's still some topic of discussion.
Shami Siraj?
I'd imagine Shami Siraj, though you know what, you look at Umesh Yadav's numbers with the new ball in Test cricket, he's done nothing wrong.
Yeah.
The other is, if you're going to play 3 spinners, who is the 3rd spinner? Or who's your opener?
That's my main question. Is that Shubman Gill in this burning hot inferno form that he's in, there's a chance that he might not play.
Yeah, I think that's the beauty of Indian cricket right now. Somebody who's in such red hot form might not be a starter in a format.
I'll tell you one person who doesn't think it's beautiful is Shubman Gill.
I don't think that's true. I partly feel that he's aware that KL Rahul has obviously had a long lineage. He's been around for some time, done well in conditions like England when the conditions were tough in Lords, overcast. He came out there and got a brilliant 100. So he's got 100 in South Africa post that as well. So he's done his credentials no harm. I do know in the recent past, obviously he's not had the best of times in Test cricket, but still it will be KL Rahul and Rohit Sharma opening. The question is, in case Shreyas Iyer is not fit, which you're not very sure about, do you want to play a Shubman Gill or do you want to play a Surya Kumar Yadav? So that could be the toss-up. I personally feel we should play Surya Kumar Yadav.
Yeah.
Because great player of spin, we're going to play on some interesting wickets which is going to support spin. And you want a player like Surya Kumar Yadav, give him the opportunity. He's been in red hot form as well. Not for now, but for some time now. So he deserves that opportunity.
Not that he can't play. He's got a first-class average of 40. He got 5,000 first-class runs, I think.
Absolutely. He deserves a place in the team.
It's also about positions, right? I mean, people could argue and say, oh, don't play Shubman at 5 because he's an opener and don't play him out of position. But hey, KL Rahul was opening and then first middle order, then opening. Then he was sent down to the middle order. And in England, when they didn't have an opener, Ravi and Virat asked him, will you come back and open? And he said, yes, I will.
Actually,
and we haven't looked back.
KL Rahul at the moment, where is KL Rahul playing the best? He's playing the best at number 5 in one-day international cricket.
Yeah.
At the moment. He might just turn up and score 100 in Nagpur, for all that you know. I don't know. But he's actually at the moment at number 5 in one-day international cricket, where he's performing the best. So you could play Shubman Gill at number 5.
Yeah.
That's fine. He's a very good player of spin bowling. I remember one... It was just a T20 game, so there's not that many deliveries. But he played Rashid Khan beautifully. So he can play spin. So I think that would be a toss-up there. The other is, depending on the surface, do you play Kuldeep, do you play Akshar? I mean, do you play, if you've got Jadeja, do you still play Akshar or do you play Kuldeep as your 3rd spinner?
Interesting problems to have. Very interesting problems to have. Who would you go with?
If the wicket looks like it's going to turn, I'd go with Akshar. I think a finger spinner is always more valuable in turning conditions because the odd one can keep straight. And Akshar, the one thing you do get is a lot of ones going straight, and that's going to trouble the Aussies a lot more than the one that's going to turn away.
Yeah, and he's
on a better track, you'd pick Kuldeep.
Yes, if it's a flat wicket, 100% Kuldeep.
Yeah, because we've seen what Akshar can do. England knows. Just ask them. Australia, call England. Let's see the Australia
He needs
squad.
to turn one ball. The moment Akshar turns one ball, then he's on a good wicket. He turns one, and then everybody plays for that, and his straight ball is lethal, man. It's like the guy who comes running up to take a penalty. He's hit a couple of penalties up in that top corner, and now you think he's going to hit there, and all he does is dink it straight through.
Yeah, because the keeper's jumping here and there, isn't he? All right, let's have a look at the Australia squad and see who are they bringing to the party. Here it is, Usman Khawaja, as soon as he gets his visa. Steve Smith, I hope he does, because I've really been enjoying watching him bat. Always enjoyed watching him bat.
Khawaja.
I think even more so in the last year or so.
Almost got 500 runs in Pakistan.
Yeah, I really enjoy watching him bat. And this 2.0 that's happening in his 35 years after
Standout
35 years.
opener last year in world cricket. These standout opening
He won
batsmen.
the award as well. I think he won the
Australian Test Cricketer of the Year.
Yeah, he won at the medals that just
Alan
happened
Border
right now.
medals.
Those are not bought, I'm telling you that. All right, we'll come back to the squad. There it is. There's also David Warner. There's Steve Smith. There's Matt Renshaw. And then, of course, this is where they do really well. Lots of all-round options. Travis Head, Manas Labuschagne, Ashton Agar, Alex Carey, Peter Hanscom, and Cameron Green, who we're not sure whether he will bowl or not. He can bowl after the second Tuesday of March up till the first Friday of April or some such, when the full moon is out. I don't know. There's some
From 11 to 11:15.
Yeah, something like that. There's some complication there, so not sure. But for their bowlers, well, look at this. This is another area of strength. Their captain, Pat Cummins, Mitchell Starc, who may not play the first test.
No, he definitely won't.
Won't? All right. Josh Hazlewood. I think Indian batters will be happy. Josh Hazlewood, Nathan Lyons, Scott Boland, Mitchell Swepson, Lance Morris, and Todd Murphy.
It's a big team. It's a big team. Look how many bowling options they've got because they're playing 4 test matches. They've given themselves the option of picking 3 quicks.
Yeah.
They've also got a tearaway quick because in India, if you're quick in the air, you've got a chance. So they've picked this tearaway quick called Lance Morris. They've come with an off-spinning option, though I don't think he'll be required because Travis Head can bowl off-spin too. But it's a very good balance to that side because you after the top 4 who are fantastic. I mean, definitely 1, 3 and 5. There's Warner who claims to be exhausted. But Khawaja, Warner, Labuschagne, Smith, that's a fabulous top 4.
Brilliant.
Now see what options they get after that. Travis Head is in the form of his life in test match cricket. He's batting like he's playing for England.
Yeah.
But he gives you off spin.
Yeah.
Cameron Green is, in everybody's eyes, still a batter who bowls a bit.
True.
But they can play just 2 quicks with Cameron Green as a third seamer. He gives you 10 overs a day. That's enough, right? Then Alex Carey, the keeper, batting at 7. But also then they can play Ashton Agar at 8. And Ashton Agar is a very, very reasonable batter. So they're batting pretty deep with Cummins at 9.
Yeah.
The question will be, with Cummins, Hazelwood, Agar, Lyon, and a bit of Cameron Green and Travis Head, is that enough to bowl India out twice?
That's a lot of bowling options, though.
Yeah, the good thing about them is they have a lot of all-rounders. Starting from number 5, literally everybody can bat a bit and bowl for sure. So that gives them options. But, it's interesting when you can just roll your arm over in conditions which are very helpful. You do need proper bowlers and I say that because generally these people can just fit in a little bit. They are there, like a Cameron Green is used in Australia when the fast bowlers have bowled their 5-over spells just to give them a break for about an hour. That's when he comes to bowl, and he's obviously partnering with Lyon at that stage and bowling a spell. But when the conditions are aiding spin, you will need somebody as a full-time bowler, because when a part-timer comes, the batsman looks to take them on. That's when you get those easy runs at that stage. So you don't want to get to that stage. Yes, if the wicket is good and there's no wickets that's fallen over a period of time, that's when the part-timers are more useful. But when the conditions are helpful, you need your full-time bowlers. And this test series is going to be a massive challenge between Ashwin's off-spin versus Lyon's off-spin. Whichever batting team plays that better has the better chance in this test series to go through.
Also look, Warner, Khawaja, Travis Head, Alex Carey. There's 4 left-handers in the top 7.
Yeah.
So Ashwin will be saying, bring them on when just a little rough around off stump. Thank you very much. David Warner doesn't have a great record in Asia.
Yeah.
So, and he claims, he says he's completely exhausted. And he's coming to the end of his career by his own admission, I think.
Yeah.
So I still think India should believe they start favourites.